When most people think about high-tech or new tech or emerging technologies, they're not necessarily thinking about logistics and warehousing, things that happen in the background of all their e-commerce transactions and frankly, all of their offline transactions as well. But when you dig a little bit deeper, you have to understand that emerging technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning are finding their ways into every little space in the warehousing and logistics businesses. We wanted to find out more from some of the people that are innovating in this space, so we came to the Smart Retail and Smart Logistics Expo in Baitech in Bangkok in Thailand, and we're going to speak to some of the most incredible people in this space today. Before we jump in, let's thank the sponsor of this episode, Dr. Tech. Dr. Tech can help you build your e-commerce store and start selling quickly online and on social media in just a few days. And Dr. Tech stores are gorgeous, modern, and responsive. They are fully customizable and simple to use. Dr. Tech stores have hundreds of included optimizations that will help you sell more online, and a support team that can answer all of your questions. With Dr. Tech, there are no hidden costs, no commissions on sales, no add-ons to buy. Everything is included in one simple subscription. So go to hello.dr.tech/ATP to get a free trial and start building your store. You can find the link in the description below. Also, Dr. Tech is offering a special deal to the listeners of the Asia Tech podcast. After your free trial, you can get your first full month for only $1. To get this deal, simply type ATP into the live chat and they will send you a special promo code. Thanks again to Dr. Tech for sponsoring, and now let's get back to the show.
My name is Shlomi Cohen. I'm the head of business and partner development at aCommerce Group.
Awesome. It's great to see you again. Can you tell me how are emerging technologies like artificial intelligence impacting online retail?
Yes, of course. So mostly what we see is that artificial intelligence brings a lot of efficiency, right, and scale to a lot of companies, both brands and service providers such as us, allowing brands to create more and do more with the current team members that they have, whether it's creative, graphic design, e-commerce, marketing. Everything that they do right now is becoming smarter and faster and at mass. So what we see right now is an improvement in the overall results of what the team members are doing, right? And that's kind of the focus of a lot of online retails, whether it's from the brand or from the service providers. But we also see improvements in costs, right? And efficiencies. So eventually this will find its way down to the consumer level, right? If it's faster and more efficient for us to work and to create graphics and to optimize our marketing, there will be better results for the brand and also at the end of the day for the consumer as well.
Okay, you guys, aCommerce also creates a ton of content for its customers to help them do promotions and marketing and stuff like that. Is there a place for generative AI in the creation of that content?
Yeah, of course. I mean, and we're already experimenting with a lot of it, and we're already doing some generative AI projects, right? So for sure, I mean, at the end of the day, this is where the market is going, right, for everyone. So trying to hold back or stay in a place where it's more convenient for everyone else, exactly, it's never going to work. So you have to make the move toward what the market is marching, and you gotta have to be at the frontier of everything. So we're constantly testing new technologies, constantly testing new opportunities, and it's already showing benefits. So we're really happy about it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hi, I'm James Chan from Robotics Singapore, and I'm the Regional Sales Director.
It's very nice to meet you, James. I want to ask you a question. How are emerging technologies affecting logistics chain management?
Well, we often talk about the sustainable warehousing. Okay. Or in general warehouse, people are still printing tons of papers for all kinds of processes. But with automation, all the data and all the information is available in the system, hence they go paperless. And the second thing we talk about is the concept of dark warehouses. Because with robotics automation, the robots doesn't need to require the lighting to operate. And the only area that requires lighting is the workstation with the people. So hence, our clients, they see a significant electricity bill saving. And it's very much aligned to the go green, eco-friendly topic nowadays.
How hard is it to take a traditional warehouse and using high robotics, using any kind of robotics, turn it into a dark warehouse?
Well, it's pretty easy, I would say. And most of our clients, they always start small and then scale up later with their volume growth. And from our experience, by analyzing their current situation or their pain points, and usually it took about 6 months to transform their warehouse into a fully automated warehouse. And with the volume growth, it easily can cope with their challenges.
So how big do you think the opportunity is for sophisticated warehousing, emerging technology in Southeast Asia?
Well, it still requires a little bit more of the education. Hence, I think it's important to educate the business owner. And we are now living in the data-driven world. So with automation, especially with the data analytics, it not only optimizing the warehouse efficiency, but also improve the worker individual productivity. And with this data analytics, I think for the business owner, they have a better overview to plan their resources to cope with the volume growth.
James, thank you so much. Super interesting. I really appreciate your time today.
Thank you very much.
My name is Gautam Kumar. I'm co-founder of company FarEye. FarEye is like a providing transport management system in 32 countries. We work with companies like a Walmart to Julic Pharma over here, right? So it's a big list of names. Yeah, in the interest of time, like in the further question, I'll talk about a bit much of the use cases. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. How are emerging technologies, so all these conversations around artificial intelligence and emerging tech, how are they affecting logistics and supply chain management?
So no, this is very interesting, and I was addressing in some of my interviews as well last 2 days. Right now the biggest pressure to the brand is like a consumer experience, and consumer experience with a less cost. So once you are going to compromise with the cost and you are looking to increase the experience of the customer, and then you will have to dependent on the shared economy, right? And technology plays a big role in stitching like what's going on in the first mile, what's going on the long haul, what's going on the last mile, what is the preference slot for the customer, how they want to pay. They want to pay digital, credit card, debit card, any voucher, cash, right? So you will have to be near to the customer, because at FarEye, what we have seen, and FarEye provides all the solution to make the customer more happy. Like we are working with one of the largest brand of the globe, like Walmart, largest furniture brands, largest florist brand like Interflora, largest like Southeast Asia. We help them to deliver medicines on time, right? So Johnson and Johnson, we are working in 14 countries. And yesterday, like I was also hosting one company. They use FarEye in democratizing the entire logistic piece by doing everyday 5 million deliveries.
I want to ask you one more question. We believe as a media company that every company should be their own media company, because we think that's where the most impact is. Do you think that every logistics and supply chain, do you think that every company should be their own logistics company?
See, supply chain is a platform, I always say, is the platform for multiple stakeholders in a globe. Like nobody can own one entire piece all across the globe in 193 countries, 200 countries, right? So it's a matter of the collaboration. Even in media, while you are going to own your brand, but you are everywhere on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. So again, the market is like a collaborative market, right? So while like it's a big opportunity, but opportunity will come with a large collaboration. So right now, and as a technology player, we stitch all the collaborative environment together to get the right business KPIs, to right expectation of the stakeholders involved in the value chain, right? So my recommendation would be to collaborate to maximize the outcome with the minimal cost and to keep like a consumer expectation on top.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time today, Gautam. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Lovely talking to you and looking forward to it.
My name is Dhaval Thanke, and I'm the EVP, Executive Vice President at LogiNext Solutions. We're basically a transportation optimization and automation platform.
Fascinating. Can you tell me, how are emerging technologies affecting logistics and supply chain management?
Sure, I think that's an interesting question, because AI is everywhere. Yeah, I mean, and I think it's a good time for the world, because now we're seeing real mature use cases of AI. The hype is probably over. We're seeing more maturity, more inclusiveness in terms of how AI is impacting human evolution, right? And logistics, of course, is a significant use case for AI. If you think about logistics, it's a pretty complicated business, right? I mean, if you have to really solve the right problems in logistics, you need a lot of sophistication in technology, in identifying the right problems and solving them, right? So we're talking about things like, AI, machine learning, Internet of Things, etc., where you can bring all of this together to add a lot of value in, say, for example, things like improving location intelligence, right? How do you make more sense of geographies that you're servicing, right? The map data and various other sources that are available to you. How do you bring them all together so that you're more granular understanding of the geographies that the logistics operations is serving, right? So that's one area. The other area is around customer experience, right? You want to really add more value to the end customer, whether it's a B2B customer or a B2C customer. Give them more visibility of when their packages are arriving. Give them more understanding of the real-time activity that's happening, whether the package has left the facility, whether it is arriving late, whether it is arriving before time. A lot of this dynamism in providing statuses to the customer is where you could create a lot of value, right? With AI and many other technologies. It basically brings more predictability, more accountability, more visibility for your customers. And while I'm saying this, I mean, I just want to add one more element to this around sustainability, right? We're talking about reducing carbon footprint, right? You ultimately want to protect the planet as well, right? Because every time you're talking logistics, you're talking about burning fuel, whether it is air logistics, land logistics, sea logistics, right? So you want to reduce your carbon footprint and you want to deliver great customer experience and you want to do all of this in a manner that's profitable so that your costs are under control. So to balance these three things, balance the customer expectations, balance your business expectations, and balance the planet expectations, that's where AI and emerging technologies can play a huge role in making it a win-win for everyone involved in it.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. I really appreciate your time.
All right. Thank you very much. Great talking to you.
This is Prabharan Rajendran. I'm the Director of Supply Chain Practice with CSCS LLC. And we are the company based out of Atlanta, US. And we do take care of solutions around supply chain.
Awesome. So can you tell me, how are emerging technologies affecting logistics and supply chain management? This should be a big topic this year in 2025.
Yeah, it's really an interesting topic, right? Like nowadays, whole world is growing towards artificial intelligence, AI, and supply chain visibility, where you have the inventory traceability across different warehouses. Where how can I track the inventory from one place to another? How do I get the sourcing done? How do I get purchasing? How do I do the packing, picking? Everything is getting easier with artificial intelligence.
And are you, as a company, already employing artificial intelligence on the software side to be able to do this? And is that helping your employees do their jobs better?
Yes. We have a lot of solutions designed mainly around supply chain visibility and artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is gaining more importance where it helps a lot of customers in the US. So we are helping a lot of our customers, more importantly on cold storage logistics.
So we are in Bangkok today. Are you expanding into Southeast Asia, or do you already do business here as well?
We have a huge presence in the US, and we are trying to expand our presence in Asia and Middle East market.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time today.
My name is Joseph Chia, and our company is SWAT Mobility.
Thank you for coming and joining us today, Joseph. Quick question. How are emerging technologies affecting logistics and supply chain management and route planning and load optimization?
Yeah, so I think the key to all companies is cost management.
Okay.
If emerging technologies save costs, we're on the right track. If you have got a great technology but it doesn't do anything, it doesn't help. So what SWAT Mobility does is route optimization. If you go A to B delivery, you don't need us because you go Google Map, you get there.
Pretty easy to do.
But if you have to go A to B to C to D to E to F and so on, you need to plan. So manual planning used to be good enough. But what if you have 4,000 stores? What if you have 10,000 stores? What if you have to do 10,000 deliveries a day?
Yeah.
The planner isn't good enough. And the planning will not be good enough. But planning alone is not just about the algorithm. SWAT Mobility has an algorithm. But we layer on top of that mapping. We have our maps on top of the third-party maps. And what this does, and if you live in Thailand, you'll know, certain streets six-wheelers cannot go through. But Google Map will say you can go through.
I've been on those streets.
You've been those streets, right? So, but for us, we block it off. We block off the streets that six-wheelers couldn't go through, 10-wheelers couldn't go through. So when we plan, we actually know which vehicles can go through. So now your planning is not only intelligent, it's practical. In Thailand, it's just an example, right? Anywhere in the world. What if on a Tuesday, two-way street becomes a one-way street?
Right.
We know. So we put it in our map. So this makes us unique. So if we had 5 companies doing optimization, mine will be the one that can be executed. Save you the cost. If we can save you 10 to 20% of transportation costs, that's a lot. That will save costs, reduce your carbon footprint, and it's a win-win for everyone.
That is perfect, Joseph. Thank you so much for your time today.
Pleasure.
I'm Pen Tao Zhang. I'm from Ali Logistic Property. I'm an expansion director in charge of Thailand business here.
Super interesting. Okay, can you tell me how are emerging technologies affecting warehousing and supply chain management?
Well, this is the things we are doing here in Taiwan as well as Malaysia. So we are building the smart warehouse across these countries, and we implement the ASRS, the system in our warehouse, which can help the tenants to greatly reduce the reliance of the workforce. So the ASRS, we use the racking system and cranes to store, withdraw, and moving the pallets in our warehouse, which can improve the efficiency and reduce the mistakes. Also help the tenants to work in the warehouse for 24 hours.
Is there an artificial intelligence angle here? Is AI helping you optimize in these places?
Well, I would say we don't really use AI in our smart warehouse, but definitely we use some similar technology. Like we use our warehouse management system to help us to optimize the storage in the ASR system. So that's the currently the efficiency in our smart warehouse is around 30 to 35 pallets moving per hour. But with the optimization of the storage, we can increase this number to 40 to 45 pallets per hour. In comparison with the traditional pallets way, that's around 20 to 25 pallets per hour. So it's almost double, yes.
Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. That was great.
Thank you very much.
My name is Adrian. My company name is Anchanto, and I'm here as a Thailand country head.
It's very nice to meet you, Adrian. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. Can you tell us how are emerging technologies affecting logistics and supply chain management?
I think in today's world, right, I think it's very important that we have some kind of a real-time visibility to all our logistics. Customers are becoming more and more demanding. Like they want information on the fly. They expect you to know exactly where their products and parcels is, right? So in the B2C world, I think customer visibility in real time is definitely something that technology is able to enable, right? The other thing is, having said that, customers also look at omni-channel these days. When you look at omni-channels, they are not just looking at buying, picking up from the store anymore. They are looking at being able to buy on social commerce. They are being able to buy on the TikTok shop, anywhere. In fact, they expect to be able to buy here, pick up there, buy there, pick up here, whatever, right? So I think companies would be able to do that with technology.
But how does it work in reverse? Like if you want to scale your own operations or if one of your partners wants to scale their ops, how does that work and meet their customer expectations as you were talking about?
I think most companies are at the point where they are struggling with all these disconnected systems, right? So the systems doesn't talk to each other well. They have legacy systems, they have systems that are bespoke, there are systems that are third party. So I think when they talk about scaling the operations, they are so worried about all these headaches in the first place. So from where my company comes is that we take away this pain by offering them one single platform. This one single platform will then allow them to focus on scaling their operations and then, worry less about technology. And that's what we're looking forward to do.
It's really interesting you talk about this multi-channel and omni-channel thing, the customer expectations and the way technology is helping you do that. I really appreciate your time today. Thank you again, Adrian.
Thank you.
I'm Metach from SkyFrog Company Limited in Thailand, and I am a managing director taking care of the overall business.
It's very nice to meet you. Thank you very much for taking the time to do this. Can you tell us how emerging technologies are affecting last mile delivery and logistics right now?
Okay, all right. Thanks for the question. Basically, what I see in Thailand, we see that the technology, especially the route optimization, is playing important roles for delivery, especially in last mile logistics. I think the one that we do, we call it the SkyFrog VRP, help our customers saving their cost more than like 2 million baht per month, which is a huge savings by using our AI to minimize their freight and reduce their fuel cost. That's what the trend that I see in Thailand, to use the technology to enhance efficiency.
Does the AI system get smarter as it keeps going? Does it learn and then help the optimization get better over time?
Yes, sure. We keep all the unloading time at each location, and we have the machine learning to adapt the accurate unloading time. And when you run the optimization next time, it will use the better data that we learned in the past, including other data like weather data, traffic data, and so on. Yes, that's right.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. That was great.
Thank you for your time too.
This is Mandy. So the company name is Swivel Software, and my role is I'm the COO of the company.
That's awesome, Mandy. It's very nice to meet you. Can you tell me how are emerging technologies affecting logistics and supply chain management?
Well, I think that, so first is, I can't believe there's a supply chain player right now without technology, because it helps to cut cost. So right now in this economic situation, so people are very cost sensitive. And so using technology is the only one way out. And particularly in our software, we adopt AI solutions. We try to make some unstructured data into structured data, so that we can see in futures, we use AI agents to do all the supply chain process. Besides the physical cargo, the data sharing among the shipper, consignee, truckers are all digital and available, and everything will be visible.
Does the artificial intelligence learn as it goes along? In other words, does it get better to help you optimize the things you're doing today, which means in 6 months or a year it'll be better?
Yes, I believe that it will be better, even though right now people are talking about hallucination. But technology grows so fast. And I believe that just like us, so we will do a lot of different AI model to make sure the answer is correct, and then adopt the data and then put it to the back-end system to automate all the process. Definitely, it will be better, and it will be the only way out.
What do you think the opportunity is for a company like Swivel Software in Thailand? We're in Bangkok today, and in the rest of Southeast Asia.
Well, I think that there's a lot of opportunity right here in Thailand. Thailand is a kind of regional hub for ASEAN countries. And we can see, a lot of people coming from different countries. And we are talking about cross-border, collaborations, processing, customs, collaboration, and etc. So I'm very excited, to be here actually today.
Thank you very much for your time, Mandy. That was great.
Yeah, thank you.
My name is Sam Lok. So I'm with Kuehne+Nagel Thailand. So I'm taking care of the contract logistics as a GM.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. What's the most innovative thing that you're working on in 2025?
There's actually so many, but personally, one of the pet projects is actually digital twins. So we are working on digital twins coupled with Gen AI to improve the productivity and processes in our warehouses. And it is not just a good tool for our operations, but we are also trying to use it as a tool for our sales and business development team to toy around with modules and solutions for our customers.
Where does Gen AI fit into the logistics stuff that you do?
Well, Gen AI is a perfect fit for us because, warehouse operations are repetitive, right? Yeah. Day in, day out, we do picking, packing, value-added services. Right. So those are things that we can do, and we can use Gen AI to collect data to tell us what is the most predictable outcome with the volume shift and other things. Yeah.
Awesome. What do you see as the future of logistics, let's say in the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, being uncertain is something that I'm very certain about. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think logistics has a bright future. you look at what happened during COVID-19. We are the ones who continue to carry goods to the population. We carry the vaccines, we carry the consumables and whatnot. Logistics has also gained a lot of recognition over the last 5 years, basically being pushed by e-commerce, right? Before that, it was a function that was pretty much back end. But today, people see it as the function that brings goods and also the brand to the market and to the consumers.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, before there was intense e-commerce, and actually even before COVID, nobody even thought about warehousing or logistics as kind of like a sexy business. But boy, it's very sexy now, no?
I agree. Now you have CLO and the CSO, right? Chief Logistics Officers and the Chief Supply Chain Officers. So yes, we are being recognized.
Awesome. Sam, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
My name is Prateek Kishore. I represent Shipsy, and I am the Senior Director Sales here looking after the Southeast Asia region.
That's fantastic. And where are you based?
I'm based out of India, Bangalore.
Awesome. Okay. How are emerging technologies affecting logistics and supply chain management in 2025?
I think it's a very exciting time for technology companies right now because customer expectations have skyrocketed. Yeah, they expect deliveries to happen in 30 minutes. They want complete visibility of the shipment. So I think technology has to be on the forefront to deliver it to the customers as well. And hence, I think there are a lot of technologies around AI which is coming in right now. Initially, the technology was more towards streamlining the operations, but right now it's more about how well we can do it and how we can make lives simpler, not just for customers, but for the operations, which has always been a challenge, right?
How does artificial intelligence, even in generative AI, help you do tracking and give more visibility to what's happening?
Yeah. So I think the very important first step for AI to help us here is identifying the customer location itself, right? So for example, we are building technology around converting the customer addresses into lat longs using crowdsourcing, using AI technology so that the driver doesn't take time to reach the customers and keep calling them, hey, where's your location? How accurate we can be, that is something which we're trying to solve, right? So that makes the visibility piece easier. Secondly, I would talk about is something around how we can make the lives of operations team faster, right? So a very important thing which we've built is a Leah Copilot, right? What it does is it is your agent, which is actually monitoring your entire operations. The moment there is any lag or any, I would say, KPI breach, it tells you instantly that, hey, your driver has not been moving for 10 minutes. There is some issue. Let's address that, right? So that's something what we're trying to build, and AI has been coming to the rescue to help us monitor all of this.
How big do you think the opportunity is in Thailand and in Southeast Asia?
So Thailand is definitely a growing market, and we have really seen amazing work being done here. But opportunity is just immense. Like in the last 3 days since we have been in this event, we have spoken to numerous people, numerous companies who feel that technologies like this is definitely needed. So I think Thailand is very big in Southeast Asia, no doubt. Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines. These are amazing market to look after. And I think coming from India, where we have already handled a lot of these extreme cases, I think we should be able to address the nuances of these countries as well.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. See you.
We spent all day at the Smart Delivery Expo and the Smart Retail Expo at Bytech in Bangkok, Thailand, and we learned a ton from people in the logistics business, the last mile delivery business, where emerging technologies were impacting these businesses. It was amazing. And we want to invite you to come back to this event in 2026 when they're back here, because things will change again drastically, and there'll be that much more stuff for you to learn about. Thank you.